Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Chat Like a Native.
Great to be here.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into something that seems, well, really small. Tiny words, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Prepositions. Specifically, we're going to zoom in on two big ones. In and on.
Yeah, the classic troublemaker.
Exactly. And look, mastering these little guys, it's honestly like a secret weapon for sounding truly natural in English. It helps you avoid those common slip-ups, Even advanced learners sometimes stumble here.
They really do.
Oh,
And it's because these words, in and on, they do so much heavy lifting. They're not just grammar points. They actually shape the meaning, the mental pictures we create when we speak and listen.
mental pictures, I like that.
Yeah.
So getting these right is key to that native intuition.
Absolutely. It unlocks a deeper layer of understanding.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's unpack in first. When you think in, what's the core idea that pops into your head?
Containment. Straight up. It's about being inside something, like mostly or completely surrounded by boundaries.
Right, like being held within something.
Exactly. But here's the kicker. It's not always a physical box. That's where it gets interesting.
Yeah, because if it was just boxes, that'd be too easy, wouldn't it? So how does this containment idea stretch beyond, four walls and a lid?
Well, let's start with the physical ones, the easy ones. You're in a box, obviously enclosed.
Sure.
You're in a car, inside that enclosed space, doors, roof, and in a building, surrounded by walls, ceiling. Pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, I think most people get those instinctively. But the abstract stuff, that's where the real learning curve is. How does in work for feelings or like being part of a group?
Great question. It's all about visualizing a sort of metaphorical container. Like if you're in love, you're emotionally surrounded by that feeling, right? Contained within it.
Okay, yeah, I can picture that.
Or if you're in trouble, you're kind of surrounded by problems, stuck inside that difficult situation.
Right, contained by the circumstances.
Exactly. And in a group, you're part of a defined unit inside that social bubble or structure. You belong within it.
A conceptual container, that makes sense. And time. We use in for time constantly. In the morning, in 2025, how does that fit?
We treat time periods like containers too. In the morning means within that specific block of the day. It has boundaries.
Like a segment of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in 2025,
Yeah.
the whole year is the container holding all the months and days inside it. So something happens within that time frame.
Got it. Like stepping into a calendar box. And what about digital stuff, our online lives?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The container idea works there, too. If you're in a chat, you're inside that conversation space, enclosed in the dialogue. Files are in a folder, literally contained within that digital directory. The visual still works.
So the key takeaway for in seems to be, if you can picture something being inside something else, physical, emotional, temporal, digital in is probably your go-to word.
That's a really solid rule of thumb, yeah.
Okay, let's switch it up. Let's talk about on. What's the immediate mental image for on?
Surface. Definitely surface. It's about being on top of something, resting against it, touching it from above or the side. Contact and support.
Contact with the surface. Okay. Physical stuff seems easy enough here too, right?
Usually, yeah. A book is on the table, touching the top surface.
Right.
A poster is on the wall, resting against that vertical surface. Your feet are on the floor, direct contact with that flat plane. Those are pretty clear-cut.
Sure. But again, like in, on gets used in more abstract ways too. How does that work?
It does. Think about on purpose. Your intention is placed onto the action. There's a direct link, a contact.
Okay, I see that. Positioned onto the action.
Or on the team. You're not exactly inside the team like you're in a room. Your name is on the list, your position is on the structure. You perform on behalf of the team.
Ah, interesting distinction, like being listed on the roster.
Exactly. And on duty. You're actively positioned to work, visible, engaged, like you're on the clock on your shift.
That really helps clarify the abstract uses. What about time? How is on for time different from in?
With time on, pinpoints a specific day or date. It's like marking a spot on the timeline.
Ah, okay.
So you say on Monday, on December 25th, on my birthday, it's specific. Unlike in, which is about being inside a period on, is about landing on a specific day.
Precise point of contact. Got it.
Yeah.
And digitally, where does on come in?
Digitally, think about accessing the surface level. When you're on a website, you're interacting with its visible interface, its front page.
Right, you're not digging into the code necessarily.
Exactly. You're on the surface.
Right.
And you post things on social media putting content onto the platform's public space for others to see.
Okay, so in is inside,
Yeah.
containment. On is surface, contact, position. That clarifies the core ideas. But now, the fun part. The tricky bits, the common mistakes, the gray areas where even, people who've been learning for a while can get tripped up. I know I have.
Oh, absolutely. This is where you really start to sound native, nailing these nuances. Okay, here's a classic surprise. I'm on the bus.
Right. My first instinct might be in the bus because, well, you're inside it.
Exactly. But on is correct. The reason is historical, sort of. For big public transport buses, trains, planes, you board them. You step onto a platform or into the entrance.
Ah, so it's about the action of getting onto it.
That's the thinking, yeah. It emphasizes stepping onto that structure, even though you end up inside.
Fascinating. Okay, what other common errors should people watch out for?
A big one is location,
Yeah.
saying he lives in New York. That's wrong.
Right, it should be.
He lives in New York. Cities, states, countries, we treat them as large enclosed areas you live inside, within the boundaries.
Okay, makes sense, like a big container.
The painting is in the wall. You hear that sometimes?
Yeah, but it should be.
On the wall, because it's resting against the surface, like a clock, a photo. It's not embedded inside the wall structure itself.
Got it. Surface contact.
And work stuff. I'm on a meeting. Very common, but not quite right.
What should it be?
It should usually be in a meeting. Think of a meeting as an event, a contained discussion. You participate in it.
Yeah.
You're not standing on the meeting.
Right, you're inside that event or conversation. These are great examples, but, some situations just feel fuzzy, depending on how you look at them.
Definitely. Those gray areas. Context is everything.
Vehicles seem like a prime example.
Totally. We say in the car, probably because a car feels like a small, personal, enclosed space you get into.
Yeah, that feels right.
But then, as we said, it's on the bus, on the train, on the plane. Larger things, public, you step onto them. Platform idea again. It's subtle, based on that mental image.
That car versus bus train plane distinction is a huge unlocker. What about tech? Like in the app versus on the app? I hear both.
Another great modern example.
Yeah.
Depends what you mean. You're in the app when you're talking about navigating inside its features or settings.
Like digging deeper.
Yeah, exactly. I found that setting in the app, but you're on the app when talking about using it generally or seeing something on its main feed or interface.
Ah, like interacting with its surface.
Precisely. I saw that post on the app. You're interacting on its public-facing layer.
Wow, okay. These distinctions, they really are the key to sounding, well, like you chat like a native, right? It goes beyond just memorizing rules.
It really does.
So how do native speakers do it? We don't consciously run through rules for in and on every time. What's the internal trick?
It's mostly subconscious visualization built up over years.
Okay.
But the main mental shortcut is always container versus surface.
Okay.
Can you drop something inside it? Use in. Does something rest on its top or touch its side?
Yeah.
Use on. That's the core visual.
Container versus surface. I like that. And I guess movement plays a role too, like entering versus touching.
Spot on. If the action involves entering, going inside, the brain often defaults to in, go in the house. If it involves touching, placing, making contact with a surface, it leans towards on, put it on the counter. It's often about that first interaction.
Okay, let's try this out. Listeners, you can play along here. Picture these at home. The book is the shelf.
On the shelf. Rests on the surface.
My keys are the drawer.
In the drawer. Contained inside.
There's milk, the fridge.
In the fridge. Enclosed inside the appliance.
The photo is the fridge, maybe held by a magnet.
On the fridge. On the outer surface, not inside it.
Yeah, you can really feel the difference there. Okay, let's move to work scenarios. I'm a Zoom call.
In a Zoom call. Inside that virtual meeting space.
The file is the shared folder.
In a shared folder. Contained digitally.
I saw your update, the dashboard.
On the dashboard. Displayed on that visual surface.
And the tricky one, she's a coffee break.
She's on a coffee break. Positioned on that activity in her schedule, like being on duty, but for coffee.
Perfect. That on a break, one really shows the abstract positioning aspect of on, okay, last set, traveling. I left it the taxi.
In the taxi. Small enclosed vehicle.
He's the plane now.
On the plane. Large public boarded vehicle.
We waited at the airport.
In the airport. Inside the building.
The ad was the bus.
On the bus. Displayed on the outside surface.
These examples really drive it home. But what about in real time? You're talking, you hesitate. Are there quick ways to self-correct without, stopping completely?
Yeah, definitely. First, just take a tiny pause. A beat. Ask yourself, inside or touching? container or surface.
Okay.
Quickly visualize it. Is it in a box-like thing or on a flat thing? And third, maybe use a parallel example you know. If you know it's in the car, it's probably in the van. If it's on the table, it's likely on the desk.
Little mental checks.
Exactly. They get faster and faster with practice until it just feels right.
It becomes instinct. That's the goal, right? Not just being correct, but feeling confident and fluent.
Absolutely. And honestly, consistent practice using these visualizations, it genuinely rewires your brain a bit. You start to choose automatically. It's less about rules, more about that ingrained feel for English.
So let's do a super quick recap, a little cheat sheet for everyone listening.
Good idea.
Okay. If it's enclosed, generally use. If it's a surface, use.
On.
For a specific date or a day.
On freck.
For a month, year, or longer period.
In July, in the 9th.
A digital file, like in a folder.
In the folder, in the document.
And a website or a social media platform.
Usually on the website, on Facebook.
Brilliant. That's a handy quick guide.
But remember, mastering this stuff takes time. It takes practice. And importantly, lots of exposure. Listening to native speakers, reading. Your brain absorbs the patterns. Eventually, you just develop that ear for it, that intuition.
So what this deep dive really means for you, the listener, on your path to chatting like a native, is that paying attention to these little words in and on is like tuning your ear to the music of English.
That's a great way to put it.
You're developing that internal rhythm, that feel. It comes from practice, from immersion, from really thinking about those mental images, container or surface. Keep those pictures in mind. Keep listening, keep practicing, and honestly, you are well on your way to sounding clearer, more confident, and truly fluent.